What's up, YouTube? This is Lord Zath bringing you another episode of Zath's Replay Theater. And this episode is a little special because we have a certain little white mouse who sent in a replay of her Lion, the Tier 9 British battleship of Fury. So, what makes the Lion so special, you say? It has to do with her guns, of course. Ha! Coup of Boom flag. Proudly displayed. That's Pigeon of War's special flag that he is giving out to people that do good things for him or for the community. So maybe you should get a screenshot that kind of accentuates that flag. What do you think? Ooh, this is kind of fun. It's a little bit of a little different. We lost some of the. There we go. We lost a little bit of the head. Kind of difficult with the way that the flag flutters in the wind. But maybe we're better off staying up closer like this. It's a little bit pixelated, but I'm sure he'll be okay with it. Yeah, it looks good, huh? So. The Lion has 3 triple turrets. These are 16.5 inches. That's right. They have to be just a little bit bigger than American guns because, you know, why not? Though rarely do these guns actually fire AP shells, and the reason for that is that the HE is just so doggone powerful. It's got an awful lot of alpha damage, and it's also got a very high fire chance. It's something absurd like 46%. So what that means is that the Lion is really good as a fire spamming ship. That's right, people. She's really good at burning down other battleships. Her AP is also really good, don't get me wrong. Very useful against broadside targets, especially cruisers. But her bread and butter, at least in my opinion, the way I play it, is definitely going to be anti-battleship with fires. And, you know, you can get some good hits on destroyers, too. So let's talk flags here. So, right off the bat, I'm seeing the fireproof flag. This is India Yankee. This is 20% less to fire duration when she's on fire. And then we've got ourselves, this is, I believe, the Zulu Hotel flag for Commander XP. We've got a red dragon flag. The red dragon flag over here is 100% to ship XP and another 100%, I believe, to commander XP as well. Yes. And then we have the Zulu flag. This adds 20% to credits. And then on this side, we've got ourselves the dragon flag. Adds 333% to commander XP. This is India Bravo, India Yankee, India Delta, India Delta, which adds 20% to heal. This is really important for this ship, and I'll explain why in a little bit. And then we have equal speed Charlie London. It's this flag here. And then this is, I believe, 10% less to service costs afterwards. India Bravo Terra 3. Now, this is a really good flag setup for a couple of reasons. One, adds tankiness, and 2, obviously adds economic gain. Personally, there's 2 flags that I might consider swapping out for other flags, and that would be this flag here that reduces credit loss, and then the Zulu flag that's 20% to credit gain. These 2 flags, if you have any of the other special flags, Mouse, like the Hydra flag, because that adds 50 XP to the ship, adds 150% Commander XP, and another 250% free XP. So personally, I would add that flag, and then I would either add Papa Papa or Ouroboros, and those both add free XP. That's how I would do this, because you want to maximize your XP gain out of this. And to me personally, I know you're in a different situation slightly with credits, but personally, I'm not concerned about losing credits. So I'd much rather focus on XP gain free XP, commander XP, and all that. And I just found a very interesting hole that I've never seen before on this ship. So we are peeking into... Anyway, I was just about to say something lewd. So let's see here. What's so special about this ship? And it has to do with her repair party consumable. Her repair party consumable is like the stupid, crazy cruiser heel that the Tier 8 Enbro, the Tier 9 Neptune, and the Tier 10 Minotaur get. It's basically, you press the button and you get a new ship. I mean, it's hilarious. So having that flag that adds 20% to repair is very useful. So this ship has good guns. It's got the ability to tank a decent amount. It can't be focused really well, otherwise it dies. The secondaries are okay, but it does have an awful lot of mid-range anti-air as well, as you can see here. Unfortunately, these die really easily, but if you haven't taken a lot of hits yet and a carrier decides he wants to attack you, he really can't make that happen. Oh, let's talk down here, by the way. You can see Mouse is running premium repair party, or sorry, yeah, repair party here, premium damage control party, and she also has premium scout plane. And the scout plane is useful because it elevates her view, and it also makes it easier to fire in smoke, fire behind islands, all that kind of stuff. If you can get really good at firing from that kind of a high angle, you can definitely take advantage of that and really turn the tide in some battles. So we saw Mouse immediately asking, what's the plan? What do people want to do? And you can see that there was no response. I hate this. I hate this so much when I play this this game and I ask, what's the plan, whatever. So when I hear nothing, and it's been quite a while since I've heard anything at all, I'm going to type in a thing, okay, how about we go BC? Okay, take a look at the mini-map. Pause. Look at this. Izumo heading towards C already. He's already noped out of A. The Benson and Mogami should have seen that, and the Atlanta too. And they should have said, nope, gonna have to go the other way now. We've got 2 destroyers heading towards B, Fletcher going towards C. Personally, that would tell me we're going BC.
Enemy force detected.
Alright, so Donskoy and New York, we are in a Tier 9 battle. I see MIA, Scary Snowman, and the Alabama might be an enemy to consider. Mouse is using the mouse wheel to scroll in and out, to zoom in and out. I've said this before in other replays, it might be worth considering using the shift key. It just makes it easier to pop in and out quickly and take those kind of snapshots and stuff. But anyway, to each their own. Alright, there's the Alabama. You can see A is being capped. Mogami has realized that nobody's with him, so he's turning away, which means that the Benson is truly all alone now, unfortunately, with the New Orleans, an Alabama, and another something in A, obviously a destroyer. There's the Fletcher. Mouse immediately sees it, tries to go to support her teammate, which is good. It's nice to see somebody firing or trying to support their teammate and who's willing to use their guns to shoot destroyers. And you see she took her time there to line up the shot. Destroyers, you kind of want to know, well, how are they going to try to dodge? What are they doing? And you can use that as a way to determine where your shot should go. It took a bit to figure out exactly what the Fletcher was planning on doing, and she shot. She missed, but you know what? If she would have hit, that would have been some good damage. Would have taken out a module or two. The Benson is smoking up in desperation in front of the New Orleans. The New Orleans most likely has radar, so that is a useless gesture, but, you know, it is what it is. New Orleans takes a couple of hits. Moss kills the kid. That's a big advantage for the team. It's kind of even things up a bit that way. And we see a nice Izumo that's just willing and happy to get set on fire. Izumos that don't move, any ship honestly that doesn't move is just food for the Lion, because it's just so easy to hit things that way. And I have a feeling that the Izumo just realized who he's shooting at. Yep. One of the joys of being a community contributor is you become a public figure and people see you and they get all excited and stuff like that, so that's cool. Now the Izumo chose not to burn damage control, which makes perfect sense because he's able to basically repair all of that fire damage. So he's just planning on sitting there letting Mouse shoot him while telling her to keep up the good work. So, you know, there's fandom for you. Now, you can see most of the team has gone C as well on the enemy side. So this is basically a massive war of attrition. It's going to be a competition to see who can get the most damage the quickest. You can see Mouse shooting at the Missouri. The Missouri she thinks is going to stop reversing, and she guesses correctly, and then boom, got a fire. But the concern, of course, Mouse is realizing this, is that they have ships behind them that they're going to have to deal with too. The North Carolina, by the way, if you look at his position on the minimap, not looking so good, right? He's probably going to be killed here pretty soon. Missouri DCP'd, so Mouse is trying to get the Missouri set on fire again. She's already at 40,000 damage thanks to fires. And again, that's what is so fun and powerful with the Lion. Now with that gone, Mouse's team is definitely hurting, right? They don't even have C yet. I don't know why they don't have C. There's nothing really there to contest it. So, I mean, it's good to see the Mouse finally going in. But that should have been captured a long time ago. Mouse is setting up for a couple more shots on this Izumo as she lights another fire upon that ship. That fire will burn for a while. I sense a Wither is coming up soon in this ship, in this replay. And it looks like the Izumo just burned his damage control party. Now, if you're ever in that Izumo's positioning there, and you got set on fire and you let it burn, and then you get set on fire again, don't use your damage control party right away. Wait until you're set on 2 fires, or, you know, more of course, and then use it. If you use your damage control party on just 1 fire, what ends up happening is you get set on fire again quite quickly and quite easily, and then you're just going to burn for a long time. You see how Mouse is aiming? She's purposely aiming for different parts of the ship, figuring that that's going to increase her chance of setting a fire. And that Izumo is basically gone. He's gonna burn out even if the shells don't hit her. There it goes. Missouri with the kill secure! So now she's kind of in a bad spot. You got that Shiratsuyu that's clearly sending torpedoes in from the side. You've got the Alabama that's got broadside shots on her. And then, if that doesn't make it any worse, you've got this Nelson and Missouri here. So, really, Mouse's only chance, I think she's going to try to go around behind the island there to try to get out of some of this fire. Which makes perfect sense, and that's probably what I would do too. The only problem with that is that you're pushing right into an enemy destroyer, which doesn't help you either. So maybe what she's thinking of doing is coming up and then kind of curving out that way, using the island to block shots from the left side of her. That could work. Shiratsuyu got detected. Hopefully this Fletcher can take him out. Missouri's probably going to take a torpedo, looks like. Yep. Now, He probably used his damage control party. Nope, did not. Interesting. More torpedoes, they won't hit Mouse. Mouse is looking about ready to use her first heal. Get a new ship button. And bounce, bounce. Here it comes. Look at all this glorious hit points. Look at that. Look at that. It's like she's at the gym pumping up iron. Look at this. Right? I mean, this is just crazy. And she has 3 more charges. So, yeah. Get a new ship. Mouse sees an opportunity. Notice how she switched to AP. She's noticing that this York is pretty much parking and reversing. So she fires off her AP salvo. Look at that damage.
Enemy heavily damaged.
Of course, not enough to kill. That's what always happens when I play Battleship 2. But at this point, I'd probably be back to firing HE. Because an HE salvo will take that thing out, no problem. Mouse is communicating with their team using F keys, asking the team, please shoot this York. I wouldn't save the shot, I'd just blow it on this Alabama. Yeah, I'd use it on the Alabama. I'd go for the shot, and then I would switch to HE. But boy, Mouse wants that York. She wants it bad. And see, she launched her catapult fighter. Now, had she kept on reversing, I think she might have been able to get it. But she started moving forward. And this Donskoy looks like the Donskoy wants to die. So having AP in definitely is going to help her in this instance. As we see Citadel. Boink. Now the question is, did the Donskoy fire torpedoes? We don't know. And you can see now, Mouse is also kind of stuck at a broadside too. Ooh, she's taking 2. It's that damage control party, and she's got to hope that this Alabama is not going to shoot her. Fortunately, the Missouri and the Moss are both closer targets, and they're also both broadside, so she might have a shot at that. New ship button. Go! New ship away! Good, the Alabama's dead. And Mouse is still using AP. She's up close and personal. She knows she can pen just about everything now. Including the broadside of the Nelson. Look at that, guys. Nice kill, Mouse. And she'll just laugh away that fire damage in a little bit. But you notice now she's turning in towards the island. Most people would turn out from the island and south, but she's turning in towards the island. Why? Because of that Iowa. She knows she was targeted, so she turned preemptively, knowing that. And then now that she has gone silent, so to speak, she's now turning back around. You can see that she's also loaded HE shells. And salvo out. And you can see now some communication. The Fletcher basically saying, I'm going to come up and smoke you. In battleships now, with the way the smoke change has gone in, it's useful because then every 20 seconds you get something, but Mouse is right. He should be using his smoke for himself, getting into B, getting the cap. That is far more important right now. She can handle an Iowa. Probably. And high caliber, nice job. Now look at the mini-map, we've got an Izuma. I'm going to take away from her for a sec. So we've got a Missouri that is okay for health. And we've got an Izumo that's pretty healthy because he's in the back of the map. The Mogami is still alive. I'm really, really surprised with that. As you can see, the entire fleet is heading towards B because there's only 6 minutes left in this battle. And with them having both A and B, their points are gaining faster than the enemy team's points are gaining faster than Mouse's team. So they need to cap B, and or they need to get a kill. And we see the New Orleans got detected. It's interesting to see New Orleans survive that long. Missouri took a torpedo, and why did he take the torpedo? Because he didn't do one of the cardinal rules in Battleship, which is when you're coming around an island, you slow down and you turn in. If you just do that one little maneuver, then you're fine. But this Missouri is just charging into B, thinking that's all that has to happen. He must get in B now. And as a result, you can see he's probably going down. Fletcher, big threat, though his torpedoes are out for a little bit. Now the Fletcher, her Fletcher is smoking up, but for some odd reason not slowing down. And boy, that Fletcher should be slowing down. What I mean by that is that you can smoke and deploy smoke at 1/4 throttle just fine. But if you're going faster than that, you're smoking, but you're not actually in the smoke. You're still getting spotted. So that Fletcher, for some odd reason, used their smoke and then stayed out of the out of the smoke. And I think that he's trying to smoke up Mouse, but Mouse doesn't need it. And there goes the Fletcher. Good hit. Nice kill. And this is what we typically call the throw. The team has an advantage, and they just go for some odd reason for damage, for a kill. And this is the result. Mouse has AP loaded, so she's waiting for that cruiser to show broadside, which he does. Unfortunately, she's not able to punish as much, and here's the problem now. We've got the Iowa in a position to do some real damage. The Izumo should be backing up the Iowa, but backing up Mouse, but instead the Izumo is just showing broadside to the Iowa. Wow. Now, New Orleans doesn't have any torpedoes, so Mouse doesn't have to worry about that. She could technically go chase after the New Orleans, but because of the Iowa's position, she's kind of trapped. Get it? Mouse trapped? Anyway, so you can hear Mouse screaming at the Izumo, get into B, and the Izumo is just requesting support. And now the Fletcher is angry. Honestly, the Fletcher shouldn't have died. That Fletcher had a good opportunity and blew it. So, GG on that one. Now, Mouse is forced to basically give up the chase on the Lion, or sorry, on the New Orleans, so that she can get a shot on this Iowa and take the Iowa out, because the Iowa's going to kill the Izumo the way that the Izumo's acting. And this is why we have what's called random battles, because you just don't know who you're going to run into. Oh, beautiful shot. Not enough to get the kill. And unfortunately, unless the Izumo will actually use his guns, that Iowa is just going to repair. Mouse is at 215,000 damage, but she's not able to carry enough. How much you want to bet this Izumo is going to die? Oh, hey! Alright, shoot. Why are you waiting? The reason I was saying that is because the rear armor plating of the New Orleans isn't that strong. She might have been able to get through it. Alright, last new ship. Now, the Mogami's capped A. Mogami and Izumo should both be going for C, and Mouse should be playing attention. But it looks to me like the Mogami... Actually, if the Mogami comes in and helps secure this kill, then they got it. They have to, though. 48 seconds. Mouse, launch your plane. Mogami, launch your plane. That's all you gotta do. Launch your plane. 36 seconds. This is a heck of a nail biter. Come on, Mogami. Next salvo, got to get him. Nope. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Scope in. It's all this shot, Mouse. It's all you. Oh no. Really? And did you see that? Did you see that? Score. Mouse just lost by like 6 points. Oh, so frustrating. That's a real heartbreaker of a loss. What happened there at the end, if you didn't see it, the Mogami showed way too much broadside, and that New Orleans just punished it. You never show broadside to an American cruiser. That's just asking for trouble. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Mouse, I appreciate you sending that replay. In thinking about the what I saw there, honestly, you know, you're in a bad spot there. I think you made the right choices with what you were targeting. The only thing I would say is maybe if anything, try to take shots quicker. I don't know if that would have been enough to cause a change in the battle, one way or another. The other thing I would say is don't be afraid to trade more HP if it puts your team in a more favorable position. What I mean by that is the Izumo, I don't know. I would have personally pointed my bow. Let's go back in time to when you were coming through C. I personally would have pointed my bow at B and try to take out that Alabama. And the reason for that is once that Alabama's gone, you can push into B, I think. I'm trying to think back to what other ships were there. But then you hold the center. And I think going off to kill the Nelson and the other ship too, the Missouri, hurt you in that it put you out of position for too long. Honestly, that's the only thing I could think of in thinking back to that replay. So, guys, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and the update's coming up tomorrow, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to get any more replays in from this most recent update. But please continue to send replays to me, and I'd love to share them. So thank you very much, Mouse, and everyone else for watching, and have a great rest of your day.